Dentist
Is it just
reaction.
me, or do y'all realize that the girls that be having the veneers in their mouth have a little small, funky smell? It's like a small, funky smell in their breath. Like, you be trying to hug them like, hey, boo, what's up? Whoa, whoa, hey. It's that smell.
It's not the veneers that smell. The problem is that a lot of these patients are going out the country or to some shady clinics where they don't treat the major problems first. So some of these patients have big cavities, root canals, and tons of tartar on their teeth, but they leave with a nice white smile, and that's why they stink.
At 39, I can't be excited. I can't meet a girl, and she's like, I'm your soulmate. I'm like, you're what's left. You know what I mean? Where were you? What took you so long? I'm 39. Like, why are you late? Like, why is my soulmate used? I got a used-ass soulmate? Just showing up limping with kids? What the f*** is this? I want a fresh soulmate. I got a used-ass soulmate? Divorced with kids? That's like going to a restaurant and ordering a steak and the server bringing it over and it's half-eaten, well done. You'd be like, yo, what's up with this steak? You'd be like, oh, my bad, man. Somebody else thought they wanted it. And then you showed up and we're like, we'll just give them this. What's this steak called? They're like, that's our step steak. I was like, all right, delicious. Comes with a couple potatoes. They're autistic.
Get ready with me to go to a singles event from the guy's perspective.
All right, so we're going to the Mingle and Match event tonight at Adios, and this is kind of the fit, long sleeve, gold chain, black jeans. I'll just throw some sneakers on. I might change to a different shirt before I go, but overall, really excited for this event. There's supposed to be like 136 people there, or maybe at least like tickets sold, so that's exciting. I'm a little nervous to say the least, let's be honest. I'm used to like hosting nerves, now I'm like participant nerves. I gotta talk to people, I gotta be my own wingman instead of being the wingman. That's different, but I like to push myself and get myself in uncomfortable situations because if you don't do it for yourself, no one else is gonna do it for you. I'll try to get some videos and stuff where I can, but if not, I'm gonna enjoy the night and I will recap with y'all tomorrow. But events like this are popping up all over Birmingham. If you're single now and you're looking for a way to meet people, there's no better way than getting yourself out there and going to meet people in person. I'll catch up with y'all tomorrow.
So many of these modern women, they want a man that's passionate about them. They want a man that shows an intense longing and a desire. An intense longing and a desire for them. And men are saying, after what I just saw, no. You ain't got nothing else to desire. You didn't show it all. Absolutely not.
A man doesn't want to fight a man on every decision. And I was like,
preach.
Me? Are you calling me a man? But then I had to realize what he was saying. Basically, it's me as an independent woman, understanding that I can definitely take the lead, but I don't have to. I can trust you to do it. And if need be, if I need to step in, then I will. And I think a lot of women who went through that trauma like I did,
me too.
always being hyper independent, need to grab onto that concept.
I agree.
We know you can do it, baby. We got that. But you don't have to, okay?
Somebody told me to quote this. They said, dominant versus submissive is peace.
Yeah.
Submissive versus submissive is peace. But dominant versus dominant is war. Absolutely. And so if you both trying to be dominant inside your household, then you're gonna be in a constant state of war.
Yeah.
She had a plan B, just like you are swiping the night away when you broke up with her. Men tell me that their woman broke up with them and then they're surprised that she's with another man a week later. Everyone has a plan B. Don't kid yourself. No one is sitting at home right now crying over you. No one. Man or woman. No one is crying over you. If they did, they got over it. And they're on to plan B. You need to do the same.
And, you know, modern women they're asking, how come good men kind of stop engaging with them, right? But you have to understand that, you know, the kind of man you say you want. So the kind of man, well, I want a man like this, this, and this. And the man comes up in front of you, the man comes up in front of you, and you let the man go, right? And you let Chad and Tyrone play in your face. And then a couple of days later, you want the good man to show up and rescue you. You want the good man to be a shoulder to cry on. What? Oh, well, you should allow me to do that in each and every situation. No. I'm a good guy. I'm not a doormat.
Did this person cheat on you?
Yeah.
Nope. After.
No, before.
So he cheated
But like,
on you before?
no, it wasn't like cheating, like he kissed somebody or he fucked somebody. It was like he would look at girls.
Do you see how they rationalize the goofy shit they do in their mind? You see, I called it when she sat there and said, when he asked her, did he cheat? And you, yeah. No, he didn't cheat. You made yourself think that you had a good enough reason to go and get clapped by another. So you used him looking at other women, which is a total normal occurrence. He didn't nobody. He didn't kiss nobody. He didn't do none of that. He looked at another broad because that's what especially young do. And you use that as a reason to go and get your guts turned out?
I really think it's worth talking about why ambitious women struggle finding ambitious men. And I've had conversations with friends about this. And when you ask men this question, a lot of them say the same thing. Because overly ambitious women tend to be in their masculine. They don't allow men to lead. They degrade men when they try. And essentially there's just no room for the man to be the man. And at first when I used to hear this, I used to genuinely be offended. Then I actually reflected and thought to myself, do I allow a man to be a man? Or not even just that, do I show a man that I even need him? Or do I allow my hyper independence to be my priority? I really think it's worth reflecting on.
You know, men are not going to continue. I think men are getting to a point to where they would rather take a loss, right? I'd rather lose, as you would put it, as you would have it, if you say so. I would rather lose than sit up here and try to convince somebody to like me and they don't even care about me. That's the point that a lot of men are getting to. So you're not going to see me beg. You're not going to see me sit up here and pine and sing a song, Earth Angel, will you be mine? And since I lost my baby, and you're not going to hear me saying that because there's not really anything out here to beg for. I'm not going to sit up here and convince you to like me. You don't even like me.
I think she brought it up because the questions were.
Oh, is this a rage quit? I think it is for a moment.
Don't quit.
Yeah, listen to her. Don't quit.
Come back. Look,
Are you?
We have your back.
Okay, yeah, just take a break. That's all good. Take a breather.
I want to give her a hug. Like she's crying, man. Like yeah, I want to give her a hug.
That's the goal. Don't you understand?
No.
That's the goal.
It doesn't.
Take some accountability. That's not the goal. The goal is not to make people cry.
No, it doesn't.
You're doing that on your own. Take some accountability. My goal is never to make anybody cry. That's a completely ridiculous, ludicrous fucking accusation. You continue your. I was perfectly polite there and I said, if you need to take a break, take a break. But you double down on your accusations. Never is it ever the goal to make somebody cry. That's on you. Don't put that on me.
I think you should just give her a minute.
She can say that I'm trying to make people cry, but I defend myself and I'm the bad guy for...
I mean, yeah, defend yourself, but give her a minute.
I literally said, go take a break, and I was about to get into it. I was literally trying to move it on.
Easy to feel like the relationship can still be a thing. Go back to the way things were. The reality is they made this decision through their inaction and putting in the work. That's what relationship requires, right? Work, like literally working through conflict, through your beliefs, through how you parent your kid, through making really hard financial decisions, changing careers. Like this is a partnership, or at least it's supposed to be. And in order to maintain said partnership, you need a buy-in from both sides, an honesty and an integrity about your transparency, communication about the things that you need, being able to trust implicitly that you have each other's back is the highest form and level of importance. But when your ex walks away, chooses someone else, chooses to be single, or just chooses life without you, you obsessing over it does nothing to change the outcome. Thing that matters now, your mental and emotional well-being. And how do you think that's working out when you can't let go? Negative impact, right? It's a process that one day at a time takes your commitment to realizing that you deserve so much more than your ex was ever able to give you.
You know, a lot of these modern women are saying that a lot of men are emotionally unavailable now, right? But I don't think that's, I feel like you have to look at it, you know, from different angles, right? Because you're saying that men are emotionally unavailable, but maybe we can say emotionally pulling back. emotionally cautious, emotionally reserved, in the sense that I'm looking and I'm seeing, and I'm not 100% sure if I want to expend my emotional energy on what it looks like is about to happen.
You think it's okay to date a man for money?
100%. I think if your man doesn't have money, you should leave him.
So why wouldn't you date a broke guy?
Because he's broke. I need to be able to go out to dinner. I need my nails done, my hair. I mean, like, we need stuff.
I mean, but I think that if he treats you right and he's got like a plan,
maybe if he has
know?
a plan to make money, but like if he just plans on being poor and living off me, like I'm pre-med. I don't need some poor man leeching off me.
So if you met a guy and
poor, I wouldn't meet a guy that was poor. I wouldn't meet a poor man. I only meet rich men. I look on Wall Street. 100%, I think it puts me in a gold digger category, but I think if you're pretty enough, it doesn't matter.
And you think the men watching this would agree
100%.
that you're worth the
100%,
the
yeah.
wanting that man to spend and spoil?
Yep, 100%.
Well, he didn't ask if you were gonna spend your money on him.
Well, he was saying, why would I marry a poor man? I wouldn't, because like, why would I spend all my money on my kids when I could spend it on me, and the husband should spend it on the kids.
जो लड़का तुमसे सबसे जल्दी प्यार में पड़ता है ना, अक्सर वही सबसे जल्दी बोर भी हो जाता है. अगर कोई लड़का 2 हफ्ते में ही तुमसे ये सब बोलने लगे ना, run like your life depends on it. तुम different हो and never felt like this. I'm obsessed with you. I only want you. और तुम सोचती हो, wow, finally कोई bare minimum से better कोई मिला. नहीं, ज्यादा chances ये है कि वो तुमसे प्यार नहीं, access चाहता है. वो इतना जल्दी इमोशनली क्लोज इसलिए हो रहा है ताकि तुम उसकी रियलिटी देखने से पहले ही अटैच्ड हो जाओ. बिकॉज रियल कनेक्शन बिल्ड होने में टाइम लगता है, 2 वीक्स नहीं. और नोटिस करना, जैसे ही तुम उसे सेम एनर्जी देना स्टार्ट करोगी, लाइक रिप्लाइंग फास्ट, ज्यादा अवेलेबल होना, अटैच्ड हो जाओगी, वो धीरे धीरे पुल बैक करने लगेगा. क्योंकि उसे रिलेशनशिप नहीं चाहिए था, उसे बस चेस पसंद थी. रियल लव कंफ्यूज नहीं करता, रियल लव कंसिस्टेंसी देता है, वो रश नहीं करता. बिकॉज उसके लिए रिलेशनशिप कोई रेस नहीं, मैराथन होता है. Remember that. Bye.
You know, a lot of these modern women really don't understand that men are seeing the same thing over and over again. When I date this woman, it don't really matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. Men are seeing the same thing. And quite frankly, you're seeing it across different continents. You're seeing it in Asia. You're seeing it in Australia. You're seeing it here in the US. Might be seeing it in Canada. You're seeing it in South America. It doesn't really matter. In certain sects and portions of wherever region you're in, there's a certain agenda that is being pushed where these modern women are acting a certain way. Men are seeing that and saying, oh, I know where this is about to go. I'm out.
If I see one more glow up post-divorce video, y'all couldn't do that for a man you love. Y'all love to lose a man and then look the way you should have looked during the relationship. Why do y'all get so comfortable physically and then y'all be like, he was so mean to me. He told you he was getting unattracted. You ignored him. But now he's monogamous with somebody he's unattracted to. And if he cheats and finds somebody who he's attracted to, he's going to be a terrible man. But if he breaks up with you because you look like that, he's a terrible man. You literally proving his damn point. You proving everybody's point. You proving all of our points. Put in the effort when you got us. Why do you lock us down? And then you make us tolerate that. Then you'll be talking about, oh, he was such a terrible man to me. You were horrible to him. Look what he had to wake up to every day. That! Pounding beers and now all of a sudden you a gym girl. Are you kidding me?
If a man stops chasing, pay close attention.
Yep.
If a man stops chasing or stops texting first, do not get it twisted. That is not a game. That is not a manipulation tactic. That is a man who has finally realized his true value. He was not born distant. He used to be the one carrying the burden of the conversation alone. He replied instantly to people who took days to respond. He was always available, always ready. He bought the lie that if he just gave enough of his time, eventually he would be chosen. But he learned the hard way that people do not value what they get for free. He realized that being always there didn't make him important. It made him invisible. Even the most patient heart has a limit. He found peace in the silence that he never found in the chase. He stopped trying to force a connection because he realized you cannot beg for attention from people who do not want to give it. So he simply stopped making time for people who treat him like a second choice. They will say he changed, but he just stopped being the only one trying. He withdrew his attention, he closed the door, and he raised his standards. Do not blame him. He didn't ghost you. He outgrew you.
You know, a lot of these modern women, what they don't understand is because they're going to continue to ask, how come good men don't talk to them? How come good men don't give them the time of day? Is because y'all continue to try to make men compete, and they've already proven themselves. A lot of these guys that you have in the friend zone, they've already proven themselves many times over, but you still got them out here. Oh, well, you know, what you did last week didn't count. What you did 3 months ago didn't count. You know, I've got a new roster, you guys. Just keep on competing and maybe somebody would win. Lucky me. No, you're not that special.
And them teeth might look good with them veneers, but baby, that breath. Smell like somebody fucking passed away in y'all mouth and took a shit afterwards. I smelled that breath recently. I never really knew what the veneer breath was about, because I don't really know too many people that got veneers. But I smelled that shit recently, and I wish I hadn't. Ooh, I wish I hadn't. I still remember that shit. Ooh. Y'all be giving up on y'all teeth so fast, baby. You do not have to run and go get no veneers. Just take care of y'all teeth. It's not that hard. The second that y'all get tired of brushing y'all teeth, y'all be like, I'm finna just go get some veneers. That's gonna solve everything. Veneers ain't gonna fix that breath. I can tell you that right now. If anything, it's gonna make it worse. A lot of y'all can't even remember the last time y'all went to the dentist. That's the problem. Y'all gotta just get a better dental regimen. Start brushing y'all teeth twice a day. Get you a water flosser. Make sure you scrape that tongue. Make sure you mouthwash. And go on about y'all day. Y'all don't gotta get them veneers. It's not that serious.
You can never ever be a high value man if your partner or your woman is accessible and available to other men, because your entire respect comes from the woman you choose to mother your children. If you choose loosely and you choose a woman that you would be upset if your daughter grew up to be like, how can you be a high value man if you can't make high value choices? If you can't select women properly, how can you claim to be a high value man simply because you made 6 figures last year? You made 6 figures and you invested it into a home. High value men have high value standards. Your values have to be high in order to be high value, not your bank balance. Because if you're authentically proud of her, you can't wait to have a daughter that acts exactly like her. But if you are just proud of her when you walk into a room and people stare, then people are like, wow, but then privately, she treats you badly, or privately, you don't know if you can trust her or not, but publicly, you feel really proud, that's a fake ego boost.
And you know, you can sit up here and say, oh, you know, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, you know, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's a, you know, probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort? Right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided, and you know, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.
You single currently?
I am single. I am very single.
What's it like dating in Miami?
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I haven't dated in like 3 years now. I don't go on dating apps. I don't really go out socially. I only came out because I'm here with my girls.
What made you take a step back from trying to find love?
After my last relationship, I just needed time to find myself first. You know what I mean?
How long was your last relationship?
It was about 5 years.
Why'd you end it?
Well, my mother passed away, so it's a horrible subject, but I had a lot of grief and I don't think he could handle it. And sometimes that happens in life.
Do you think that he's responsible to take on the burden of your grief when it comes on to your mom
I
passing?
think that we gave each other as much as we could during the time, and my mother really genuinely loved him. So even though we're not together anymore, I still wish him the best. I think he's happily married now. But
he's married now?
Yeah. I think a kid on the way too.
How does that make you feel knowing that?
Oh, I'm super happy for him. I think that we all go through tides in our life where we find people and then we move away, we shift apart. It's a give and a take. You know, I think that I'll find somebody maybe in the next few months, years. I want to find somebody long term.
Men are being told every day that if they don't have money, they don't have value. But that's not what God says. The world tells men their worth is tied to their paycheck, their bank account, their title, their ability to provide. And honestly, that's a heavy burden to carry, because what happens when the job is lost, when the business struggles, when life doesn't go according to plan? Does that suddenly make a man worthless? According to the world, maybe, but according to God, absolutely not, because God never measured a man's value by his income. He measures character, integrity, faithfulness, the condition of a man's heart. One of the biggest lies society tells men is, you are only as valuable as what you produce. But God says you had value before the promotion, before the success, before the money. You had value because you were created in his image. Now hear me carefully. There's nothing wrong with ambition, nothing wrong with building wealth, but money is a tool. It's not your identity, because some of the strongest men I've ever met weren't the richest. They were the men who kept their faith when life got hard, the men who kept showing up when nobody was watching. So if you're struggling right now, don't let your financial situation define your worth. God decided your value long before you ever made your first dollar.
I'm waving a symbolic white flag, okay, ladies? I know I've been hard on you for the past couple days, and I want to have a serious conversation. The reason why I am so passionate about this topic of women seeing men as human and not just the butt of some joke on social media is because I used to be like y'all. I used to laugh at all the jokes and repost the videos. I followed Drew and haha, men suck. Yeah. And then I was in a relationship with a man who, for all intents and purposes, was very good to me. And I didn't respect him. And I ended up cheating on him. And I felt terrible for that. And I didn't want to hide behind my emotions or how he made me feel or whatever. I had to put that on myself. I had to take accountability for that. I had to go to therapy for that. I had to realize that I was wrong, and the way that I saw myself in relationships and the way I saw men was not right. So I started talking and really listening to the men in my life, asking them questions, trying to see how they see things, understanding their perspective, watching male content creators, trying to hear them out. And what they said made a lot of sense. And I realized that these women were not being respectful towards men in the same way that they wanted respect from men. And I didn't like that. This all happened with my brain fully developing, so maybe some of the girlies just aren't there yet. But here's hoping that one day you learn to realize, if you haven't already, that men are people too. Just like women can be bad, men can be bad. Just like women can be good, men can be good. And here's hoping we all get to that realization eventually.
A lot of women have fumbled a good man just because they let their whole friends coach them right into stupidity. Taking advice from somebody that doesn't even have a healthy relationship is insane. Your bitter, lonely ass can't keep a man as friend coached you into leaving this good man that you have, and you actually listened. And a lot of the times, ladies, y'all do not be paying attention to the signs. 9 times out of 10, this is coming from the friend that was probably in his inbox before y'all started talking, but he never wanted her and he chose you, and she's jealous behind that. A friend that wants the kind of relationship you have, and she's jealous of your relationship, and she don't want to see you happier than her. Or a friend that's waiting for y'all to break up, so at the hindsight of y'all breakup, she could jump right in his DM and hop right up on it. Yeah. Then what pisses me off is that y'all don't take advice from the friend you're supposed to take advice from. You're not taking advice from your friend Lisa that graduated Harvard, been married since her early 20s, 10 years plus married, successful marriage, got kids, career, a good life, and all that. Her advice goes in through one ear and out the other. You'd rather take advice from Victoria that lives on the 3rd floor, that's a dropout, is out here surviving off of child support checks, welfare checks, cut waters, hot Cheetos, and pickle juice. Yeah, you see how crazy that sounds? Stop letting your whole friends trick you out your spot from a good man's life. No funny shit.
Most of the women I've ever met dealing with, as far as it go with relationship, almost everyone lied to me and act like they didn't. Almost everyone. I got divorced and I was laughing because I used to feel so bad because I was never a man who been with one woman. I've never been that guy. And I used to lie to my wife in the beginning before I got to where I am now, man. So I used to lie about where I been and everything. So I used to feel terrible. Really, I felt bad about being a man who, damn, this is my wife. I be lying to her about all this.
Yeah.
But in the divorce, I found out she had property that I didn't know about.
Oh, damn.
She had got she was in a accident with a police guy who was getting ready to retire. He ran into the back of the car and she got some money from that. And all this was a blessing because when the judge found all this, he said, look, you guys are even, you go your own separate way. I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I was like, wow, I beat the game. Because you know out here, marriage means you owe somebody if you got some money.
Right.
Mine, all because of a lie.
Clean break.
All because of a lie. The judge didn't like that. So I don't get mad when people even lie to me. It's so rare that something happened where I really didn't know it was happening. And most of us who have common sense, you just got to think about that. You did not know. Most of the times, you just be like, okay, I don't want to stop messing with this person.
For real.
I don't want to stop messing with this person. So we let stuff go.
I hate to say it, but men hate an independent woman. Men hate an independent, strong woman who know what she want out of life and who will really just go out there and get it. Men hate that. Men love women who beg. Men want to feel needed, you feel me? So when a nigga run into a female who actually don't need a nigga for shit, that scare him, you feel me? That's why they do the good ones wrong. Because they know that the good one don't need you for nothing. Like if a female paying all her bills before a nigga come along, I'm talking about bills paid, good job or career, whatever the case may be, own house, own apartment, kids taken care of from top to bottom, and a nigga try to come in, like, what are you bringing to the table? Because everything over here is already being done. So niggas hate that. Niggas like a beggar. They would prefer a begging bitch. You know, a bitch who beg, a bitch who ain't got it, and beg a nigga all day. They like shit like that. They like hoes who don't have their own car. They like hoes who don't have their own house. They like hoes who don't work, who just sit around and beg and pop perks all day, you feel me? Niggas like those type of females. So if you a good female and you on your shit and it's motion in the ocean, just know niggas hate you. I'm starting to think they are gay.
And a lot of these modern women are wanting men to yearn. They're wanting men to chase. They're wanting men to pursue. But in today's, the way it happens in today's dating, that puts you as the weaker vessel because, you know, I'm the prize, right? You chase me, you want me, show me that you want me. I've already proved myself by the fact that you want me, even though I haven't done anything. The fact that you want me means I'm more valuable in this relationship. And that's what a lot of modern women are doing. So when a man steps back and says, okay, well, you know, if you're not going to reciprocate and you're going to think that you all that, I'm just going to go ahead and go the other way. I'm going to go a different direction. Now you're stunned and you're talking about men aren't men anymore.